Hey friends, welcome to today's strengthening practice. Strength building is an essential component in building your yoga asana practice. We'll go through a series of drills and some flows, and if you are a beginner at strength building, you've come to the right place. These movements are meant to build stability and confidence in your practice. So we'll get started. Oh, and you're going to need some blocks for this practice today. I personally prefer cork yoga blocks because it prevents the blocks from sliding all over the place. But we're going to start with wrist warm-ups. Grip the mat with your fingertips and inner knuckles and just circle over the wrists. Our wrists take time to build flexibility and strength, so it's really important to spend the time to warm them up. And you can switch sides. Come back to center, press the ground with all of your fingers, and lift the palms up. These are kind of like hand push-ups here. Inhale to lift. Exhale as you lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you're going to find yourself in a downward facing dog. Press back. Have a bend through the legs, a slight bend. Wrap the triceps in. And bottom of the exhale, begin to ripple forward your spine piece by piece. Tuck your tailbone in as you find your high plank pose. Gaze forward. Exhale to hover the knees over the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale to straighten up the legs, unfurl the spine piece by piece. Find your high plank pose. Drive the heels towards the back of the mat as we take our first vinyasa of the day. On your exhale, take the full push-up. High plank, knees and forearms come down to the earth. Use your toes to press your way into upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts up high towards the sky. Bend the right leg. Land the right foot to the outside of right hand. Move back and forward in the slow lunge. It's always nice to move around. You could come up onto your fingertips. Pull your collarbones forward. As you exhale, send the weight back towards the back of the mat. Find your modified pyramid pose. You could keep the front leg bent if you wish. Just find some length. Then lower the right foot down to the outside of right hand. Drag the left foot to meet the outside of left hand. Find some buoyancy in the legs here. Try to separate your knees from one another. Activate through the thighs. Activate your glutes. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you. Find your active yogi squat. As you exhale, straighten out the legs. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sit the hips down low. Find your active squat. Inhale, plant the palms. Bend through the arms. Look forward. Right foot goes towards the back of the mat. Float your left leg up so that it's up high on your tricep. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches up towards the sky. Bend the left leg. Land the left foot to the outside of left hand. Find some movement in this slow lunge. Keep pulling the collarbones forward. As you exhale, begin to straighten out that front leg, modified pyramid pose. You could play around with these different options by bending the left leg or bending the right leg. Again, whatever gives you length in the space. Then drop the left foot down outside of the left hand. Land your right foot to the outside of right hand. Inhale takes you to active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Inhale, plant the palms, left foot steps back. This time, float the right leg up high on right tricep. Hold it here for 3, 2, on 1. Step back into high plank. Gaze forward. On the exhale, take the full push-up. Knees and forearms come down to the earth. Pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 more rounds of the Awakening Yoga Surya Namaskar A. This is our warm-up of the strengthening practice. Take a deep inhale. Use this opportunity to step or float into your active squat. Lift the heels, bend the legs, gaze between the thumbs, either step or float into your active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Inhale, plant the palms, step or float into your vinyasa. Knees and forearms come down to the earth. Pull your way, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. No pause, find your rhythm in this movement. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, gaze forward, either step or float into your active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Inhale, plant the palms, bend through the arms, either step or float into your vinyasa. One last round. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, gaze forward, step or float into your active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit the hips down low. Inhale, hands come down to the earth. Bend through the arms as you step or float into your vinyasa. And we'll take 5 full breaths in our downward facing dogs. Tap into your Ujjayi breath. Wrap the triceps in. Stay active in your downward facing dog. Feel the new energy flowing in your body. Inhale to gaze between the thumbs, and we'll slowly lower down our forearms onto the earth. Find your dolphin pose. Walk the feet closer towards your body. You can keep the legs bent if you wish. And we're going to take 5 of these rounds. Gaze between the thumbs. Use your legs to send your nose in between the thumbs. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Walk the feet back. Lower the hips towards the earth. Find your Sphinx pose. And as we inhale, we're going to straighten out our arms. As you exhale, slowly lower down the forearms onto the earth. Inhale for 3, 2, on 1. Come onto your forearms. I'm going to walk up a little bit forward so you could see me. And from Sphinx pose, we're going to round out through our upper body. So we're going to try to separate our shoulder blades from one another. This is called shoulder protraction. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes from behind you, drive the heels back, lift the hips up from the floor, protract through the shoulders in your forearm plank. Try to separate the shoulder blades from each other. Send the heels towards the back of the mat. Find some stability. Engage your core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Slowly lower your hips down. Find your Sphinx pose. And then begin to just slowly move your left hand at the 10 o'clock direction outside of your mat, and the right hand at the 2 o'clock direction outside of your mat. Rest your forehead onto the top of the mat. Rest your forehead onto the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, oscillating cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pause at the top. Exhale to release. Send the arms back towards you, thumbs pointing towards the sky as we prepare for locust pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, float the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades towards your back body. Lift the chest up, float the legs. Hold it here for 5. Keep squeezing everything together. 3, 2, on 1, release. Rest your left ear onto the mat. Take this moment to collect yourself. Take this moment to recenter. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. And this is where we're going to grab our blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you could use a heavy weighted object, such as a book. So place your blocks behind you, shoulder distance apart. And just rest the bottom of your palms onto the edge of your block. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, remember to drive down through your feet for every kind of back bend. Drive up. Reverse tabletop. Hold it here for 3, 2, on 1. Slowly lower your butt down towards your heels. Send it up, reverse tabletop for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Lower your hips down. Roll off the shoulders. Place your palms on the edge of your blocks. And we're going to build on that movement. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, drive the hips up. Send your butt over towards your heels. Then bring your body over to this somewhat of an L sit. And then come back into reverse tabletop. Lower your butt down. Find your L sit. Reverse tabletop. Lower your butt down towards your heels. L sit. 2 more like this. Lower down to your butt. Back into L sits. Excuse me. Reverse tabletop. Lower your butt down towards your heels. L sit. Release. And again, roll your shoulders back. Take your blocks over towards the side. And we're going to do some core work. Rest your forearms behind you. Keep this 90-degree shape with your arms. And we're going to extend our legs up. And we're going to draw this diamond-like shape for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come up to center. Place your hands and form an almost similar to a gun shape. They call this the yogi gun. And then you're going to extend your legs out, and we're going to crunch up. Exhale takes you up for 10, 9. Squeeze your core. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels, find your bridge pose. Keep driving the hips up towards the sky. And slowly lower down your back onto your mats. Just take a moment to recenter, to collect yourself. And grab one of your blocks and slide the block underneath your sacrum, that area just above your butt crack. And just take this moment to release the back. Just feel the breath. And release the block from underneath you. And we're just going to roll up onto our butts here. Take your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Reach your arms over, up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Don't make it a priority to grab your toes. Just find your way into this shape. You could bend the right leg if that helps you as well. And if you want a deeper stretch, grab onto the outer edges of your right foot with your left hand. Right hand grabs onto the left knee. Twist open. Try to twist your rib cage up towards the sky. Twist through the upper body. Find a sense of calmness, a sense of ease. And slowly come back to center. We're going to switch sides. This time the right foot inside the left leg. Inhale to reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, I want you to hinge from your hips. Don't hinge from the spine. Hinge over that left leg. And again, you could keep your leg bent if you wish. Or if you want a deeper stretch, right hand grabs on the outer edges of the left foot. Left hand grabs onto the right knee and twists open towards the sky. Find some length into the side body. Inhale, come back to center. Slowly make your way onto your back. And enter into your Savasana. However your Savasana looks, it's up to you. It could take any shape, any form. And spend as much time as you need in this Savasana. As always, it was a pleasure to share this breath, this practice, this movement with you. I hope that you feel stronger than you were before the practice started. And I look forward to sharing these strengthening classes with you in the future. I bow down to you and all of your efforts. Namaste.